Hi guys, this is Frankie Torres.
And this is Sari Torres.
And we're the Pixel Slayers. This is going to be our first installment of Manual Mania, which we just go over some unique video game manuals from the past. We're going to try to do modern ones, but unfortunately there's not too many modern ones left. So just stay tuned. In our series, we'll be covering all kinds of different games. But the first game is going to be Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, the Japanese edition. So we're going to go through the manual here.
This is a really gorgeous cover.
It's so gorgeous. Just take it in. Look at all the characters. Basically, every single character that is featured in the game, with the exception of one that we'll cover later, is featured on the cover. You see Captain America kind of pointing at you.
Play this game now.
And then you see Cyclops back there saying, "Come and get me."
Come and get me.
And Spider-Man, the Hulk smashing, and all kinds of cool stuff. Going to the manual here, it's made by Capcom, which everybody knows. This is before Marvel was owned by Disney, so there was no like funky stuff going on with the artwork versus the Capcom characters. Everybody's on the same footing here. And you'll notice it says 4 megabyte, and that's, like I said earlier, that supports the 4 megabyte RAM expansion pack. So you have some Japanese text right here. It looks like it just kind of explains the 4 megabyte RAM expansion and kind of just covers some of the basics with the game. You'll see that you have the classic 90s Wolverine just kind of shouting at the sky. And Spider-Man there, 90s Spider-Man just kind of looking at you. I just love the artwork. This manual has the most beautiful artwork.
It's like you're staring right into a comic book, really.
Definitely.
And the game looks it does a real good job holding up to its artwork with the way the Sega Saturn processes its 2D graphics. It looks just like
The arcades.
like hand-drawn moving comics in a way.
Oh yeah, I just love it. You'll see the table of contents is all in Japanese. And right here you have the story. An evil mutant named Apocalypse tries to bend the human evolution. Who can stop his insane ambition to turn this world to hell? Who can destroy his diabolical scheme of human selection? You know they only can. Superheroes with breathtaking superhuman powers. Street fighters with fantastic fighting abilities. Now the greatest extravaganza of heroes astounds you.
Dun dun dun.
Astound you, not astounds.
I like how he looks like he's super tall. Either that or the camera's just really close to him. I don't know. It's a really interesting perspective.
Yeah, and the Wolverine perspective is actually his move, but it's like a different view of one of his main moves in the game, which I think is so cool. More copyright information. You can see the game came out in 98. It also came out in 98 here in America, which was late in the Saturn's life, which is why this game cost so much, because it only got one run, I believe. That's why it's so hard to find an American copy that's not, arm and a leg. Here in the center, you'll notice Captain America, and then Chun-Li's clear in the center looking at you. Definitely one of the main Street Fighter characters. And then behind, you have another Spider-Man. They really did promote Spider-Man with this game. He was kind of a big thing. And I think that has to do with Spider-Man being so big in Japan. Spider-Man was huge in Japan. Basically, Toei started with a series in 1972, I believe, and kind of spun off into Power Rangers that, eventually became Power Rangers here in America. But, you have Super Sentai and all that spinning off from Spider-Man, which is a nerd fact that might get cut. Maybe it won't.
I think it's cool.
More Japanese. I can't read.
Yeah. I'm thinking that's probably just the introduction in Japanese, if I had to guess.
So right here you have the D-pad, and just telling you what the basic moves are with the awesome Sega Saturn controller. And more Japanese text telling you basically what the moves are. I'll give you a good look at that. Flip the page. And this is a pretty thick manual, so just explaining the game, modes, selections, and fighting styles. And Spider-Man there. Screenshot with Spider-Man. Here's another Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh, I love that thing at the bottom. You gotta say that.
You demanded the best, and now you got this.
Wow.
So exciting. And there's Spider-Man. So much Spider-Man.
Yeah, you demanded it.
You demanded it. And then just more information about, the game, modes. And then right here we have different mode selections. This shows you the menu. I love these Japanese characters they show. with the punch and kick. This seems to be very popular with Japanese manuals.
It's probably giving you an example of some sort of combo or something.
And then just going by the options menu, kind of boring pages here. And then you have some black and white shots. This is actually a Japanese exclusive. This is not an American version. And this is like some kind of Japanese comedian.
Yeah, his name is Nori Maru. Nori Maru, sometimes misnamed Nori Maru. And he was written with the Japanese comedian Noritaki Kinashi.
Yeah, and he's an exclusive character in the Japanese version. He's kind of worthless, but he's there. I don't know why, but he's there. And then once again, we're just kind of going through the moves, all in Japanese with the awesome Japanese text with the POW-looking graphics behind there. More POW-looking graphics, like POW.
Yeah,
And
adding even more to that comic book style.
another Spider-Man screenshot. Actually, maybe three. Yeah, Spider-Man's all over this thing.
You demanded it.
You demanded it. More move information. I just love the way these guys, just the way these moves just, more move information. I just love the way they just show the action, the way they draw the action with the lines. It's pretty unique and it's really cute, really cool looking. Same thing on this side. Same idea. Not the most exciting page. More screenshots telling you more about mode selects and more about the game. Once again, it's in Japanese. I can't read it, but it's very colorful and has a lot of cool screenshots. And then right here just kind of, I think, tells you about character attributes and kind of describes some modes again. And right here, this is the best part of the manual is just like the character stats. It tells you information about the character and includes the characters that are in the game. You can see Cyclops, Ryu, Captain America, and Ken. Trying to get that glare off of Ken there. He's so shiny. So right here on this page, you'll see they have Incredible Hulk and Zangief, who I think they probably figure is the Street Fighter equivalent to the Incredible Hulk. Very similar size. And of course, right here you have Wolverine, and I'm going to butcher his name too.
Gauki?
Yeah, I'm sure we're butchering that. Move attributes for both of those, and more cool artwork. Like, I just wish the camera's not going to pick up just like the cool design of this, like these characters.
I feel like the character pages in manuals were the best because you always had these really cool renditions of the characters.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So you have Spider-Man, everyone's favorite because you asked for it. Chun-Li. Omega Red, which is my favorite character. You could be really cheap with him. And then Bison, who they call Vega, which is a little interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, if that was a mistake or what.
I don't think it's a mistake. I just think that's what he's known as over there.
Oh.
And then I think this name's different too. Jeez.
Shumagorath?
Maybe it is Gorav. I'm pretty sure it's different in American version, but
Yeah.
I played this a lot more than the American version.
Yeah.
And of course you have Yoga Flame.
Yeah, Dalsim.
And then here's Dan, who looks
That's not the most appealing pose.
Definitely
I
is
have to
not.
say.
and Sakura, who not very intimidating. Yeah,
That might be the weakest page.
And then Blackheart, who is probably my second favorite character in this game, because once again, you can be cheap. If you want to beat the game really easily, play as Omega Red and Blackheart.
I'm taking notes for the next time we do verses.
Okay. And then here is the random comedian character,
Nori Maru.
who is,
Nori Maru.
once again, may I stress, he's absolutely terrible in this game, and I don't know why he's in it.
It's like difficult mode.
Yeah. And then the back, you have 3 more characters and some information. I have no idea. I honestly don't know what it's trying to explain here. I just see the words verses and start, so I don't know.
Trying to tell me something, I know it.
Yeah. Turn in the page. These are super glossy pages, so I apologize for the glare. I'm doing my best to prevent that. And then I think this is just some system information on powering on and off your system.
Standard stuff they probably put at the end of everything.
Yeah, you see the Sega Saturn logo there, more system information telling you that it's Japanese, that this game is a Japanese copy, about the CD,
All that stuff.
and warnings, and then on the
there
back,
it is again.
Yeah, on the back, let me get a good screen of this.
Maybe that's why he wasn't on the front. He was waiting for us at the back the whole time.
Yeah, there he is. And then some, if you want to fax Capcom in Japan, there's
Oh boy, I want to.
Capcom's fax number. I'm very curious if that still works. Something about 3,000 yen, which is like $30, and I think that's yen. I don't know, but something's $30, and there's a phone number, and then some more phone numbers, and yeah,
Can I have
and
the phone book to Hokkaido, Japan?
Pretty-
Is it a local call?
yeah.
Yes.
And then you see the Sega logo, the Capcom logo. Do not copy this, and do not resell, which everybody resells their games. And of course, it's for sale and consumer use in Japan only. And you can't rent this, and it can't be a commercial, so you can't be a shop. Okay. And that was basically a quick little read-through, or not even a read-through, because we didn't read anything. It was a quick glance at the Japanese manual for Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. If you don't have this game, I can understand why, because it's pretty expensive. But if you have a US Saturn, if you don't want to spend $150 for the US copy, which is totally understandable, it's pretty hard to find, you can play the Japanese copy on your American Saturn with a couple of easy steps, which I briefly discussed, but I am going to be going over in a full video on how to basically play Japanese games on your Saturn with no modding required, and you're enhancing the Saturn by adding a memory expansion. So it's definitely the way to go.
Yeah,
Definitely a lot cheaper.
Look out for that video in the future.
Alright, so this was the Pixel Slayers. If you like this video, click the like button and subscribe. You'll get notified when our new videos are posted, which should be pretty often. We are a new channel, so we really would appreciate it.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.